Hi everyone, this is a mid-campaign update and a bit of a small change to the structure of the pricing, which I'm going to go through. So the key point here is the chassis is changing price from 269 to 249. Now, really important to understand, if you've backed the campaign at 269, unless you really need to save that £20, please leave it as it is, because all that will mean is when it comes to the checkout, you'll have £20 spare for your shipping towards your extras or whatever else it's going to cost. So if you can leave that there. Now, if you do choose you want to make it £20 less for whatever reason, fine, switch to the 249. Right, now let me explain the reason why, because it is kind of fundamental to the state of my country at the moment, and possibly globally, to be fair. So when I first set this project up, when I first started working on the project, we was around here. The dollar, we was getting $1.36, okay, $1.35. And so I worked it around that kind of figure, and all my spreadsheets were set up accordingly. And that would have given me something like about a 240, 250 kind of retail price. Okay, I originally was going to be going 249, but then this happened. Down, 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 and then we had that amazing budget that we had and just killed everything, knocked us into the toilet in September, and it was bouncing around the bottom. And so around that time I literally finalized my prices, because about 2 or 3 weeks later I was launching. And so I built my prices based on around $110 to the pound instead of 135. Now, this has a massive impact because obviously over half of the budget costs, over half, is paid in dollars. Now, I do pay a lot for materials in the UK, but a lot of it is paid in dollars. So it's a massive impact. Now, I'm going to do something people don't normally probably do. Okay, so what you can see here, when I initially set this thing up, I was dealing with $1 was costing 88 pence. Okay, and of course in here, as you can see, it says at the top here 109. That was the exchange rate I was kind of working towards. So for all my figures to work out, for me to get close to 25%, I had to do 269 for the price. Now I have obviously juggled these figures around to get the right figure. Originally it was 229 income, 229,000 income, but I changed it so that it would be trying to get it lower to 209, but still makes sense. But of course then you can see there's 780 units I have to sell, but that's how that was worked out. If you go out to the chart, now we're coming up to here, so we're back up to about 123. Now, it might go up, it might go down. My gut feeling, right, especially looking at all the historical things, I think between 120 and 130, 125, the government's going to be doing everything they can at the moment to keep our dollar exchange to be good. Now, a lot of this it's not just my government, this is external factors. I'm not going to get political, I'm not an economist. And the dollar there's a lot of reasons why this is, because the dollar was very strong, but of course that last bit was this big huge drop here was my country, right? And I think it's going to probably stabilize around the 120, 125. Now I'm budgeting around 122 now, so that's where this chart comes in. So now what that means is I can actually put 249. Now I have to keep the amount as 209,000 because that's what I initially set. I can't change that. So I'd have to sell 840. Now, bearing in mind we're halfway there already. If nobody changes, then it's just a difference. But the 24% margin is what I'm aiming for, and that's okay. And so I've got to sell potentially more. But you see my point. I'm actually, because my costs have dropped, all my tooling costs has dropped now because of the exchange rate, and some of the parts prices have dropped, and that means for the same amount, same profit, okay, I can do 249. So I'm going to set my new price at 249. Okay, so let's get back to here. So 249 basically is going to be, there's going to be two new rewards, a white and a black, but only one of each. Okay, one of each, because I think anyone who's buying 2, 3, 4 monitors, they're not going to be, they'll understand this, right? They're not going to be too bothered about that £20, because all it means is it's going to be the 20, however many they buy. It just gets used for their shipping. So that's very important to understand. The 269, you'll have £20 left over. But it does mean new people coming in will see a £249. Originally, my pricing was based on products like this. This is an industrial panel. It's just a metal chassis, but you notice it's got BNC and RCA. So basically, it's designed for studios with a great quality panel, but also it's got the usual HDMI, VGA, but BNCs as well, so you can plug in composite, that kind of thing. So that was the comparison I was making, and we're not much more than that, and you're getting that beautiful chassis, expansion options, and all the other things that this project can deliver. So yes, this may sound like, oh, drop the price, but panic. It's not. It's just I'm now aware that I could have done it at 249, but I did panic a while back because of the drop in our economy. The dollar, it just crashed worse than anyone else, and it was a major thing. And I budgeted around that. Now I can adjust that. And stick with 248. It's not going to go down anymore. If it goes up higher, then what I'll do is I'll bring I am going to modify the stretch goals accordingly, obviously, but it means if we do more again, the more money I've left over, I spend improving the product. So anyway, that's that. Hopefully you all understand where I'm coming from. If you're on the fence, then maybe now it might make you a bit keener. Probably not 20 quid, but I think it's just it is more for the backers I've got out there as well, to see that I'm trying to make this as economic as I possibly can. But again, at the end of the day, I have to make a profit to make it worthwhile. But that's it. Thanks so much to the 313 backers. Hopefully we'll get there. And I'll speak to the rest of you and everybody soon. Thanks very much. Hi, welcome to my third Kickstarter. Some of you will remember me from my Amiga days when I was a developer in the late 80s. And just recently I decided to make a couple of nice cases, which were my first 2 Kickstarters. But basically I'm just a computer nerd, and so I have lots of computers, old, some new, mostly old. And I wanted to design a monitor that answers a lot of the problems that there are with retro computers. Firstly, the design. It needs to look good sitting on your computer. You don't want a modern widescreen, you want a nice 4:3 or 5:4 aspect monitor to sit there and to be designed sympathetically to these old computers. Next is latency. Latency of displays is very important if you're a games player, or just generally you want it to react, the display to react as quickly as your mouse moves. Finally, most importantly, inputs. There's an awful lot of historical inputs that are no longer available on modern monitors. RGB SCART, composite, EGA, CGA, all these type of inputs. So what we're trying to do is resolve these with this monitor and give you all the inputs that you need and take it further. But one more thing it can do, it also can be built as an all-in-one computer. So you can build a self-contained computer with a keyboard, put it in a carry bag, take it away. Finally, I'm now full-time on this project since the last 2 successful Kickstarters. And so I'm passionate about making great products for people. And if you look at my old Kickstarters, you can see that people are equally passionate about them. I intend making the best monitor I possibly can and give you the best product I'm capable of giving you. And I hope, now I'm doing this full-time, you'll back me on the rest of the journey. Thank you.